Okay, the Biden administration is shirking blame on the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan, pointing fingers at the Trump White House in their official review. And despite images like these you're seeing on your screen right now, people running alongside aircraft, we know what happened there. Despite things like this, they're insisting that this disastrous withdrawal or exit was anything but chaotic.
For all this talk of chaos, I just didn't see it, not from my perch. At one point during the evacuation, there was an aircraft taking off full of people, Americans and Afghans alike, every 48 minutes. And not one single mission was missed. So I'm sorry, I just won't buy the whole argument of chaos.
Our next guest was part of a volunteer group of U.S. Special Operations veterans who rescued hundreds of Afghan families. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Scott Mann is the author of Operation Pineapple Express, and he joins us now. Colonel, listen, I understand that things can't be perfect. We say all the time that combat is organized chaos. Expect the unexpected. Things will go wrong. I feel like that's a far stretch from what we got from this report and how Kirby was spinning it. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Joey, and thanks for having me on. Happy Easter. The veteran community is really, really upset about this, as I'm sure you well know. And I was talking to one of the young men who was at Abbey Gate, Specialist Aiden Gunderson, who testified with me to the House Foreign Affairs Committee. And he said, he may not have thought it was chaotic, but I was on the ground, he said, and believe me, it was total chaos. And I think that's been echoed by so many of our active duty members who were on the ground, but also the veterans who were involved in all these various groups. We had commandos who were our partners, Afghan Special Forces, whose families were being beaten as they tried to go through checkpoints at Kabul International Airport with no evacuation plan at all. So to say that it wasn't chaotic, I think is almost a slap in the face to the men and women who affected that evacuation and the veterans who supported them.
You know, Kirby, I'm calling him Admiral Kirby because he needs to remember that he wore that uniform. But he stands up there, Admiral Kirby, and he says, we're proud of this. We're very proud of this operation. He talks about how every 45 minutes a plane was taking off. I lose the number. I think it was like 124,000 total. But I remember, and maybe you can shed some light on this, they weren't vetting all those people. We don't know who those 124,000 were. You and your team were there strategically finding people that were important to our effort and that had our back. And just tell me your thoughts on the juxtaposition of being proud of mass bodies as opposed to the people we deserve to get out of there.
Yeah, I think to say that, again, is just an egregious passing of responsibility. You know, the thing that I would say that really concerns me, Joey, is you and I were taught, as all veterans are, that when something goes wrong, you own it. You fix it and you move on. And the absence of personal responsibility in all of this, the fact that, we have violent extremist groups, over 20 rising in Afghanistan right now. We have a veteran mental health tsunami as a result of what's happened. The Army has missed its recruiting goal by 25%. Public trust in the Army and the military has fallen to 56% since the withdrawal.
Wow.
I mean, all of these things stem from an absence of personal responsibility. And what I get from this and what I'm worried about is when our institutional leaders, regardless of their politics, say that there's no responsibility, it also means there's no will to fix what is going to be a problem that probably follows us home on the national security, veteran mental health, and readiness front.
Yeah, I know a lot of veterans. I have a few friends that were there, and they were very affected by this. Not just the bombing at the Abbey Gate, but seeing the despair in the Afghans' eyes and the people that even some of them had worked with. We're going to have to leave it here, but just to end this, I talked to Adam Bowler yesterday that helped negotiate the Doha agreement. And, the Biden administration saying things like there was no other better way to do it. Scott, you proved there was. I mean, civilians went there, coordinated and tactically brought people out of there. And I just can't thank you enough. I really appreciate everything you've done, not just for this country, but for our allies, too.
Thanks, Joey. We did it at home, but a lot of folks did it over there. And
Yes, sir.
I think it speaks to personal responsibility in this country.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.